welcome to my channel. So guys, in this tutorial, this is the part 2 video of registration form. In the part 1 video, I had explained how to build a simple user registration form. In this part 2 video, I only explained how to save data in the database table after fill up the registration form. In the part 1 video, I had explained how to create a simple user interface registration form. In this part 1 video, I had discussed how to edit text boxes in HTML source code with their corresponding required field validator for columns, namely username, password, confirm password, and email address. And also discuss about compare field validator to compare passwords. Here I will put different password, then it will show passwords do not match because I have given two different passwords. If I give same passwords, then it will show the valid passwords. And for valid email address, here I had included regular expression to validate the email address. If I put here invalid email address like that, then it will show invalid email address. So guys, if you don't watch this part 1 video, please watch the part 1 video before watch this part 2 video, because you do not understand without watch part 1 video, which is given in your screen, or you can get this video link in the description section. I will make this video very short, so guys, don't skip this video. So today I will explain how to save data in the database table after fill up the registration form. For that, I am going to create a store procedure in the database. Let's do it. Go to the SQL server and go to the database name, that is login.db, which is created in the last video. Here the table name users is used to save registered data. Here I have created the columns name, user ID, username, passwords, email, entry date, and last login date. Now I am going to create a store procedure here with some parameters, that is username, passwords, and email address. Let's do it. Now this store procedure first checks whether the username is already exist. If yes, then it will return negative value 1. Let's do it. Then store procedure will check the email address whether already exists. If yes, then it will return negative value too. Let's see. And then if both username and email address are valid, then the records will be inserted in the table and auto-generated columns, that is user ID, will be returned by the store procedure. Let's see. Now execute the store procedure. It will store into the database. So guys, this is the store procedure will execute when you clicked on submit button in the registration form. Here's values of text boxes from the registration form will pass to the store procedure and a store procedure will execute. So guys, go to the code behind of registration form and add an event handler to execute store procedure, and event handler will raised when clicked on submit button. Let's see how to make an event handler code in submit button to save registered data into the database table. So guys, if you don't watch the part 1 video, please watch the part 1 video before watch this part 2 video. Otherwise you cannot understand the concepts properly. Here you will need to import some namespaces like and these namespaces are used to integrate or establish connection between SQL Server and the application. Now it's time to create submit button code to save data. Go to the design part and double click on submit button. Then you can see an event handler functions will create for submit button, and this event handler functions is create in design part. You can keep this function in the server side. For that you have to cut and paste this function to the server side. Let's do it. From here you can write, and in this event handler function I will make code to save user registered data into the database table. Let's see. I will here use C# code and you will get VB.NET code also in PDF file. So guys, this is the submit button code to save user registered data into the database table. To save data into the database table, it is to configure a connection string in webconfig file. Just go to the webconfig file and here add connection string. Guys, I have already a connection string. Just copy this connection string code into the webconfig file and change the database name. That is, database name was logindb. So guys, let's see the output to save data. Here, if you fill with valid data, then data will be saved into the database table. Let's see. If you click on submit button, user registered data will be save into the database table. Let's see. Here exception is coming. The exception is string or binary data would be truncated. The statement has been terminated. Because this exception is coming, I think in database table, email column size is less than the email that I have put in the registration form. Let's see. This column size is 20. If we increase the column size, then this exception will not come. Now see the output again fill with valid data. You click on submit button, then definitely data will save into the database table. See here, the registration is successful and user ID is 1. Click on OK, and now see into the database table whether data is saved or not. Go to the table, click on select. Here see, here records are saved in the table users. All the columns data, that is user ID, username, passwords, email, all these columns data are saved from registration form. So guys, this interface looking is not good. If you want to make this interface looking good or responsive site, you have to learn Bootstrap. So I will explain about Bootstrap in the next separate Bootstrap tutorial. So guys, this is the complete simple user registration form creation, and I will show you in the next video how to implement user login form using ASP.NET controls. So guys, if you have any issues up to this video regarding how to build a simple user registration form, or you want to get the PDF of this tutorial, please comment or mail me to this email address so I can guide you properly. If you like this video, then please share with your friends and subscribe this channel and press the bell button to get all important tutorial. Thank you for watching.